What's up, Market Makers Militia? This is Brendan from Market Makers, the Crypto Buddha. Welcome to the show. We're going to get into where Bitcoin is right now. Is it making patterns? Is it likely to pump out of the kill box, or will it die and fall in the kill box? Okay, let's get into that. Before we do, Crypto Savvy has a huge platform. He did a live stream yesterday. He said if Bitcoin gets above 47.8, he can see an upside for Bitcoin. 47.8. I gave you that number, 48K, almost a week ago, if not longer, right? In the kill box. Reason I bring that up is because he uses Elliott wave theory to come up to the same number, right? So he uses Elliott wave theory. It's a confluence of ideas. I don't watch his show regularly. I know people have mixed emotions. He's very polarizing, apparently. But he says 47.8. There's another guy on Twitter named Justin something, has a big following, and he says 47. You're going to see a lot of these people start to fall in line with my analysis, not even using the same theory. I'm a pattern trader, okay? I did my analysis based off volume. So look at this. This is a zoomed out view. Always look at a zoomed out view to see where you are and see what things look like, right? So we went over this, but the reason you have so much resistance up here at 48K, again, is because you have the resistance here. You have the resistance here, right? You have this big cluster all the way back to the bull run as resistance over here. A lot of trading view lag. So you have all of this resistance, and on top of that, you have no volume, okay? No volume. Now, people say, well, we pumped up here. Yeah, you did. That's what you need to do is get a pump, okay? You have to pump up here. Now, bull run mentality, marketplace, market structure is always different, guys. This is in February, right? This is always going to be different because there's money pouring in more and more and more and more. You had COVID money. My country printed trillions of dollars. Not all of it found its way to crypto, obviously, but everything was booming. Stores were reopening. Everything was good, okay? You're on the other side of it now. Now you have the Delta variant in an economic sense. You have the problem with the pandemic. You have certain states and cities in my country that are going hardcore lockdown again. So, guys, there's a lot of variables when you're looking at marketplace, okay? There's guys that just trade on fundamentals. They don't care about charts. I'm a technical trader coming from the Forex space. It's how you trade, is with technical analysis, okay? So this is what I do. I look at the charts, I look at the probabilities, and I look for patterns, okay? This is your zoomed out view. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let's get in here. Here's a very dangerous pattern you're printing right now. Every day I talk to you. This is why we have the kill box, okay? The kill box was from 42 to 48K because in a low volume area with a lot of resistance, you're going to print dangerous patterns. You guys see this pattern right here? This is the Bart Simpson pattern. This is when you have a parabolic pump, you have a flat top get cut, okay? And there's usually a swing pattern failure associated with it, which is a high, okay? So you have a 46.8 high. This pattern breaks down and you return to where you came from. Where else has this happened at? Well, it happened right here in the 1 hour time frame. That's the Bart Simpson pattern. It happened right here in the 1 hour time frame. That's the Bart Simpson pattern. They can go up or they can go down, and you're cutting it on the top, okay? Now, the reason this pattern is dangerous is because it doesn't have to be a Bart Simpson pattern. It's just another bearish pattern and a bunch of bearish patterns that Bitcoin keeps printing in a low volume area, right? Because you can fall back down like this, find support, like we talked about, start printing a shoulder, and now you have a massive head and shoulders, okay? Also, super bearish, also breaks down. Again, no trade zone, guys. The probability and the likelihood of Bitcoin breaking down is extremely high because you cannot get out of this kill box so far. You have to get out of the kill box and not roll over and not make shapes that are bearish and not fall back down. Okay, let's look at our support resistance levels. Let's throw on Gann Square 9. Let's look at our Ichi. Let me throw on my volume weighted moving averages. Let's see where we're at. So we're bouncing between 45.2 and 46, okay? You can see that right here. This is the problem, right? So you're bouncing here. That's the Bart Simpson pattern. If you fall down again and you fall into that support cloud and you start bouncing down here, that's your head and shoulders, okay? You also can squish this up in the 1 hour time frame, and it's also a disjointed double top, okay? So you have three bearish patterns at play. You have a double top. If this candle just magically fell right now, you have a double top that would break and you would dump. You're forming the Bart Simpson pattern that can dump if velocity and momentum push down. You can also form a head and shoulders that can dump. You have three patterns that can dump you, and the only pattern that can pump you is a pump. Okay, you have to pump back up to the next level to invalidate these patterns that are forming, and that's your problem in this zone. Okay, been over that a lot. Let's look at, let's check out our volatility here, the ATR. So your volatility is still really elevated. You see over here, the green line, that was your baseline. So volatility is elevated. So that means price can go up, price can go down. Look at your trend checker down here. It is down right now, right? But you need velocity to push that down. You want these bars to be dark red if you really want a hard push down. And I look at my volume. Volume dropped off. This is also tracks volume divergence as well. But you can see that big pump. People say, no, it's organic. It's organic. Bitcoin moves in pumps in dead zones like this because there's a lot of institutional money, guys, and you can see it in the volume if you actually track it, and you can see volume divergence when you track it too, okay? You can see volume divergence right here. This is what this indicator is for. See these white candles? The price is going up, the volume's dropping off, okay? That is one of the signs of very concentrated money. It's the difference of 100 people investing $1 or one guy investing $100, okay? So you look for these things and you understand that there's games being played with pattern reversals in this area, so you have to be careful, okay? Let's look at the 4 hour because patterns print differently, right? It takes 4 1-hour candles. So again, you can see the double top and you could see how it could turn to a head and shoulders, right? You don't see the Bart Simpson here, not as much. It can still print, but you need more candles, right? And then it would bounce, it would fall back down to this area, which would also be your neckline for your double top. I mean, like I said, it's patterns and patterns and patterns. And guys, it's none of this is good. That's the key takeaway. Your Bart Simpson pattern there. You have Bart Simpson patterns all over the place. You have a Bart Simpson pattern here. This was a Bart Simpson pattern here back on June 13th to June 16th. You see, you could draw your little eyes here. This is why it's called the Bart Simpson. Draw your mouth. I'm not Bob Ross. I'm not an artist. But you squish your candles up. You see the swing pattern failure? That was a swing pattern failure battling the 200. Do you know what this dump did off this Bart Simpson? Only 12,000 points, down to 28,790. Okay, 12,000 points. So keep this in mind. You got a Bart Simpson here. Guys, this is why I keep warning you. This is why my thumbnails are staying the same until we're in safety, because this is a very, very dangerous area to trade in. Okay, let's look at our daily. So this is my LMF filter again. You can see on the daily, it's always good to have perspective where you came from, right? And you see that you fell down here on a double top on the daily. I mean, look at the sell-off from this double top, right? Look at that sell-off from the double top. And that now you're down here, and now you're back in that wave. You see how price moves in waves? Now you're back in this wave. You're in this big uptick wave, and you're hitting your head, okay? And if you don't make some progress here, again, you've already made a double top. And these are daily candles. It will take longer to see this pattern, okay? But you can fall back down and start making another head and shoulders. Everything is bearish as far as patterns. So I see all the thumbnails. I see one guy put out a thumbnail Friday that said Bitcoin 70K. And then Saturday he said Bitcoin 60K. He went down 10K. And then Sunday he said Bitcoin 100K. I don't do that, okay? I don't care about getting all those clicks. I don't make my money or living from doing YouTube. I do this. I never want to be a YouTube personality because I love TA and I like to share. And we have a very vibrant and growing room. And this is the best way to grow the room and bring in people that like investing, that want to talk about these things. Guys, if you like that type of stuff, if you like the TA, we have all kinds of TA in our room. We have all types of rooms within our room, in our Discord channel, I should say. We have news, we have Forex, we have commodities. It is a place to be. We have a free chat that is growing as well. I am sharing exclusive content in the free chat, like training videos for certain indicators, things like that. So guys, come check it out. It is in the video description. Be careful with your money. At Market Makers, we are not takers, we are makers, okay? We don't want your money, we want the whale's money. Guys, be well. Have a great Tuesday. I will talk to you all soon.